We're live. We are live. Good morning. I'm Unity Minister Kathleen Flynn. Know this, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're welcome here at Unity Namaste Village in beautiful Ajijic, Jalisco, Mexico. So this is a special week here in Ajijic. Our neighbors all around us, because Ajijic's Namaste is located in the center of Ajijic. Well, our neighbors are celebrating the fiesta of Saint Andrew, Saint Andrew. So during the service today, you may hear fireworks, you may hear music. We're hearing it now, but it's at a gentle level, and other noises. And know that they are the sounds of joy, community, and celebration. We are so grateful that you are here with us today. Let's take a moment to join together in prayer. This is a special prayer. Is this my phone? This one or this one? Black one. It's just me. Hello, test. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Let's bring it closer. Hello, test. I don't know that it is on. Hello, test. 1, 2, 3. I will project. Is that better? Hello, test. Hello. Yes, it's much better. Can you hear me now? All right. All right. So I want to credit Kurt Condra, the Unity Minister in North Shore Unity in Washington State, for this beautiful prayer. Seems so appropriate on Thanksgiving weekend. Divine source of our being, beloved one. I am so thankful for your presence in me and all creation. I'm thankful that my awareness of your activity in my life and in the world is continuously growing and expanding. My soul is lifted in thanksgiving for your abundant blessings, priceless gifts of life, love, joy, and peace, and our awareness of kindness. I give thanks for the activity of life within me and around me. Its ever renewing force, evident in the tiniest cell and in the vastness of the cosmos. I give thanks for infinite love, flowing freely through me and enfolding every living thing in its transformative power to blessings and heal. I give thanks for heavenly joy, which gives comfort in darkness and stirs compassion and generosity in triumph. I give thanks for perfect peace, deeper than the absence of turmoil, that empowers me to be a peacemaker. Spirit of many names, I am deeply grateful for my awareness of your great love, to be a part of this world, part of this sacred circle of life. Thank you. Amen. 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 And as the bells from St. Andrew's Church and near the plaza, about 2 blocks from here, chime the hour, we come together and hear the daily word, and then we hear our wonderful speaker, Martha Creek. Now, I want you to listen to every word she has to say today, because this is the last time we have her with us directly here. There's always digital. I want to read to you, and you can follow along in the booklet. This is the Advent booklet from Unity for the next, it covers the next 4 weeks. For those who are out there in our digital land, you can go to Unity Worldwide Ministry site and find this information. But today, for the daily word, I want to read to you from a writing done by the editor of Daily Word. Her name is, my gosh, it's at the end here, and it's right on the tip of my tongue, Reverend Teresa Burton. And I thought it was so appropriate because it reflects backwards to the present of where we were last Thanksgiving and last Advent. And it is about hope and faith, which are the words for this week in Advent. For so many of us, last Christmas was much different than those of years past. Traditions were put on hold. Most of us were grounded, unable to travel, missing the activities and festivities of a season usually full of bustle and crowds. Last year, we visited over the phone and we saw one another on screens like we are right now. But we do have people right here with us in person this Sunday. It was only natural to feel disappointed as travel plans were scrapped and we were unable to welcome one another into our homes. We accepted the changes and felt nostalgic for the visits of the years past, hoping 2021 would bring a return to the traditions we treasured and the friends and family we so missed. The hope that carried us through last Christmas may have been just a flicker in consciousness, a distant light on the horizon that this year would be better. But that hope inspired the faith that life is unfolding in an orderly way, that peace, love, and joy are more enduring than loneliness, disappointment, and sadness could be. Faith helped us adapt to a time we never imagined having to live through. It's easy, isn't it, to keep faith in the goodness of God when life is giving us what we expect. Even when we get sidetracked or disappointed, it's possible to imagine coming out on the other side of a breakup, a job loss, or a minor illness or injury. But leaning into faith is especially necessary when tough times just keep getting tougher and the end isn't in sight. So maybe that's how it felt last year. However, this Christmas may not constitute a full return to life as it was, but it will likely start to come close. We have grown strong in the time between then and now. The hope that kept us going this time last year is now faith. A complete knowing that the very nature of life, of God, is wholeness and goodness. This Christmas season comes bearing an unlikely but hard-earned gift. The more hardships we've endured, the longer we waited, the more creative we coped, the more we grew in our faith. Hope has a good place to start, and it could take us only so far. We had to flex the spiritual muscle of faith to see ourselves and one another through it. And now we're much closer to the smiles, the hugs, and the laughter we have longed for. These are fruits of our faith and our year-long training in achieving that. This is inspired by 1 Corinthians 16:13. Keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, and be strong. And I know Martha is going to share words with us about faith and hope today and being strong. In case you haven't attended before, I want to say a few words about Martha Creek and who she is. Martha is a ministry consultant, a speaker, a coach, a minister, leader, and workshop facilitator. She has served in ministerial roles in both religious science and in unity. Her extensive background in specialized training, seminary, Hoffman Institute, Byron Katie International School, Healthy Congregations and Family Systems, the Lombard Mennonite Peace Center, and more. Support her in being able to deliver a great deal of information in a profoundly simple, dynamic, and attainable way. Being a master of the art of right questioning, Martha is able to call forth the most stubborn, self-defeating, and embedded patterns in our humanness while inviting people with love into a new reality. To follow or stay in touch with Martha, go to her website, marthacreek.com. So please welcome our friend and my new friend to Namaste Village and to Unity Namaste today, Martha Creek.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. That's Southern for hi. Hola, glad to be here. Look at somebody near you in your home, if anybody's with you, and here in our community at Namaste, and give them a little high five for being here. That's what Hadlin does, who's my 5-year-old. Give yourself a high five, give yourself a high five. It's no little thing we can touch. You know, listening to those words from last year and the distancing, not just physical distancing, but emotional distancing, spiritual distancing, all matters of distancing that disrupted some of our very treasured and cherished ways of being. So today's a meaningful day, as every day is, as we think about a launch of a holy day season, a holiday season, Advent, whatever is your path, to take maybe a pause to say, okay, as I enter into this time, what am I going to do differently? How am I going to be differently? Am I going to keep doing the same old thing that's been done since creation? Or think about if we here, you, me, this community, the people in the world are here to be the new generation, referred to some, and I'll read a little bit about that in a minute, the 8th generation, the new generation that says, I absolutely will not carry forth some things that's been carried forth, and that I'm going to be a part of disrupting some of that, some of our ways of being that have been more primal, more regressive, less conscious, maybe less intentional, less thoughtful, to say, okay, I'm going to bring the best parts of all that we've ever had, the best parts of all I've known forward. And then I'm going to drop some of that. I'm going to absolutely grow myself up and see what's possible. If we are the hope for humanity, then we've got to have something different going forward. And that this is the launch of this holy season, this holiday season, to say no better time than now, particularly since it's the dark time of the year, that we maybe redevote to contemplation, to inquiry. What is it I'm believing? Is it true that I believe it? I mean, am I just giving lip service to that? Am I really convicted to that? Are you really convicted to your touted convictions? No right or wrong about it. Just sometimes I know for me, I'm the last to know that I don't really believe that. And that's a really holy, wonderful thing. So today's words for this season, then, if to focus on this particular session, is for hope and faith. So I've been here in this village, so warmly welcomed, beautiful, beautiful souls gathered intentionally to be in spiritual community, and out in the village of Ahihik. And I discovered these artists, these teenage artists, and this is one of their renderings here. And I'll pass it around for those of you here if you want to see it. I was so struck by it. I am today, but I see it again. I could just cry, because this is hope for me. This is from a 16-year-old local girl that's found a way, and with teachers that's found a way to encourage the art, to encourage the drawing, to encourage this gift of hers to be brought forward. 16-year-old, many of these 14-year-old. So hope. So as we reflect on that today, what is hope to you? What hope is there with so many knuckleheads? I mean, knuckleheads on every corner. Where's the hope in it? Where's your hope? And what's your source of hope? In those moments where it's like, just give up. Let's just give up. Why bother? See, we can't, because the spark of hope is eternal. Even when we want to give up, we can't. Like some little spark will go, oh no, don't give up. Hang in there. 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 You got this. You can do this. So what is hope to you? And what sparks your hope? What sparks your hope? That we have the power, an innate inherent power in us to create, to cause, to say, okay, maybe, just maybe enough of that. And there's a new idea. There's something new maybe here for us. So I also speak in terms of grounded hope and false hope. So what do you think that means for you? A grounded hope, something attainable, something I've seen, I have direct experience that this is possible. Even in myself, I can draw on the resilience I've had, hope in times where I didn't have it, that something kind of carried me along. And then this false hope that the next time I see the person that's been grumpy for 90 consecutive years, that when I show up at her door, she's not going to be grumpy, for example. Like false hope. It could be that I weigh 300 pounds and I hope to weigh 150 by Christmas. Y'all pray for me. So look at how much of that grounded hope, the difference in that in your life, and this false hoping, and the consequences of the false hope, and the potential of the grounded hope. This is, I pretty much can count on them to be the way they've been most of the time I've known them. And I'm not going to let my peace hinge on that. So then I've got to grow myself up instead of hoping they're going to be different, to hope that I'm different with them being the same. That's where all the power is. The whole power of the universe resides in me being the one to be different, even when they can't, even when they aren't, even when they don't. So I hope you'll reflect today on hope and go out in the world and take some pictures maybe of something that causes you to sparkle, or something that sparkled for somebody else. I think James would know this. One of those treasured brothers of ours, one of the Franciscans probably, that said, maybe Richard Rohr, go out and take pictures, look, find things that shimmer. Find things that shimmer and cause you to shimmer, or sparkle that cause you to sparkle, for your own sake, for your own sake. And then I'm handing these out today. They're little messages of hope. So I'm going to invite the community here in Ahihik and Namaste village to not open these. They have a secret message inside. I gave them to them on my first Sunday here. Today's my last Sunday here. And I'm going to ask them now to take this message out into the world and give it to the residents and to the business owners and to the people on the streets that are shooting off fireworks at 24 hours a day, and to the neighbors with crowing roosters, yes, and to the band that plays at unpredictable times, including 12:45 a.m. So to thank them in some way, to acknowledge them, and to bow to the devotion they have to keep these traditions that mean something to them going too, even though it may not be our preference. And our preference is to sleep. And then life says, bam, not today, not tonight, not right now. Or back to new understanding. What if I broaden my perspective just that much? What if there's something better than sleep? What if there's something better than all we've known? And we go in that direction. So I'm reading now a little commentary on faith. And this is from this book, The Naked Now. And the author is Richard Rohr. And I'll be leading a 5-week study through this in January. And you're all welcome to join. And it's all at marthacreek.com. And it's at no charge and no registration is required. You're welcome just to come in there. This is from Albert Einstein, this quote. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. Anybody love the mystery of it? Well, yeah, when it's going my way, I love that. So one of my primary spiritual practices is to accept the mystery of it. So when I can't embrace the mystery of it, to accept the mystery of it keeps me from going too far off into a rabbit hole of resistance, a rabbit hole of demanding, willful, fed up, apathetic, etc. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and the source of all true science. To whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder or stand rapturous awe, is as good as dead. Their eyes are closed. So faith, then as we reflect on hope and faith, what is it to you? Faith. Faith, my plane better take off on time on Tuesday, like I said it better. Like my ticket says it will. Like the money I paid for that ticket ought to get me that plane to take off on time Tuesday. Or faith that it'll take off or not take off based on things I cannot comprehend, see, sense. So it'll take off or it won't take off. And if my peace is hinging on it taking off according to the ticket, according to the plan, then whose peace is at risk? So from the reading, faith is a word that points to an initial opening of the heart, to the heart space, an initial opening of the mind space, Initially and foundationally, that is all that faith is. However, its effects and implications are enormous. Have you noticed? Faith is a small but necessary offering to everything. Faith, a necessary offering to all new things, all new encounters, all new exchanges, all new change. An element of faith necessary. It's like somebody would say, oh, my eyes are open, I'm in a nice warm bed, and I've not had any lack of faith yet. I've not got up yet either. So faith that there's legs, faith that they'll hold me, faith that there's faith. Such an opening is entirely necessary for us to make fresh starts, for us to do things differently, for us to take action, for us to follow the dreams. Faith is necessary, a necessary component of that, a new capacity. This is also why doubt and faith correlate, because of faith that's driving us, a faith that would cause us to keep moving ahead, take that chance, have that crucial conversation. Faith that there's new understanding in me, then it's possible there could be new understanding in them. And the doubt, the allure of the doubt. Oh, what if they don't? What if they don't understand? What if? So the doubt of that. So lead me not into the temptation of mind. Deliver me faithfully to what seems integral action for me. Who do I want to be in the world? Who have I come here to be in the world? So this movement is necessary in all of our encounters and all of our relationships. A breakthrough, in fact, not just with God or the divine spirit source, whatever you call it, but with people, with humanness, the human spectrum. So human faith, and spiritual faith is it the same goal? Faith in human faith, spiritual faith, or religious faith. What set us kind of off was these ideas that it's going to go our way instead of the way. There's the way and then my way. So this movement in our faith allows us to bypass some of these usual patterned ways of the dualistic thinking and the dualistic mind, just long enough, a glimpse even at times, to think more holistically, reflectively, contemplatively. Is this true for me? Is this how I really want to show up? Regardless of what they're doing, regardless of how they're being. So this glimpse, this moment, this spark, this is, check in there, girl. Is this true for you? So this contemplating thinking, this contemplative pausing presents some kind of presence, an opening of the heart, an opening of the mind, and maybe a surrender into the mystery of it. Like, I can't believe I'm actually going to forgive her. She's such a twit. And I am for my sake and for the sake of my actions that are causing creative, causative actions. So I'm going to clean it up a bit here and there. So once we get some momentum, which I'm pretty faith-filled that you listeners have some momentum, and it's evident here that there's some momentum here in this community. that we meet a new reality, a new way of being in the world, a new world order. So that we're the first generation of this to say, that's enough of that. So that's going to be interrupted. And we're going to be the ones that begin again. So what's impossible to be determined. And from scripture, there's a verse that says, a light shines on in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overpower it. From John 1:5. So who here can do it? Who here will do it? Who here will do it? And who here can bring this great love that we read about and hear about and sing about and preach about into action? That today I'm going to do something to lift up my own hope. I'm going to find something that inspires hope in me. And I'm going to go in that direction. And I'm going to find something that reignites faith in me. A faith that's a grounded faith, a direct experience of faith, not a theory of faith. For God alone, the divine alone, my soul waits. In silence and in seeking. So all the hope is there and nothing is withheld from us. So take a big deep breath. And let us together declare ourselves to be the next generation, the 8th generation. Let us be the first ones who shall visit upon future generations the grandest ideas that humanity has ever had about itself, and the grandest notions that philosophers have spoken about, wrote about, and the grandest thoughts that God, the divine, has ever inspired in us. Let us be the ones of a new story. Let us be the ones to uphold this new human potential. Let us bring to each other a new well of hope, new understanding, new awarenesses, new expressions of life. And let us commit that any old nightmarish way of being, we will never take up again, ever, and will not put forward again, ever. Let it be this new way right now. Thank you for being here today. Blessings to you. Blessings to you, sweet community that's welcomed me so wholeheartedly here as I depart for your holy days. Blessing to you listeners, keep tuning in here. And for whatever path, whatever your devotion, whatever your practice, I'm dialing it up and sprinkling fairy dust of hope and faith on it, that it's further ignited today through this service. Blessings to you all. And we'll close with our prayer for protection.
Blessings to you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. You're welcome. So I don't see the prayer, honey.